Can Prince Harry and the royal family reconcile? Latest legal battles and family rift explained. The ongoing saga between Prince Harry and the royal family has taken yet another twist, raising the question, can these painful differences ever truly be resolved? In 2024, a High Court judge dismissed Harry's challenge against the Home Office regarding security arrangements for him and his family during their visits to the UK. This decision stemmed from a ruling made by the Executive Committee for the Protection of Royalty and Public Figures, REVAC, back in February 2020, which stated that Harry would no longer receive the same level of personal protective security as before. Harry's legal team argued that he was unfairly singled out and treated less favorably than others, claiming that the lack of a thorough risk analysis and consideration of the potential consequences of a successful attack on him rendered the decision unlawful and unfair. On the other hand, the government maintained that REVAC was justified in determining that Harry's protection should be tailored to his specific circumstances, evaluated on a case-by-case basis. Retired High Court Judge Sir Peter Lane ultimately ruled that REVAC's approach was neither irrational nor procedurally unfair, suggesting that Harry's lawyers had misinterpreted the REVAC process. Although Harry was granted permission to appeal Sir Peter's ruling in June of the previous year, his appeal was dismissed in May 2025 after a two-day hearing in April. In a separate legal battle, Harry is one of 7 high-profile individuals, including Sir Elton John and Baroness Lawrence of Clarendon, who are taking legal action against Associated Newspapers, the publisher of the Daily Mail. They allege that the company engaged in unlawful information gathering, including hiring private investigators to plant listening devices in cars, accessing private records, and recording private phone conversations. At a preliminary hearing, the publisher sought a ruling in its favor without going to trial, arguing that the legal challenges were filed too late. However, Harry made a surprise appearance at the Royal Courts of Justice in London in March 2023, where his lawyers contended that the plaintiffs were misled and unaware of their unlawful activities, having believed the publisher's denials. In November 2023, Mr. Justice Nicklin ruled that Associated Newspapers had not delivered a decisive blow to the early-stage legal challenges, allowing the case to proceed. A full trial is anticipated to take place in early 2026. In another significant development, Harry reached a settlement with News Group Newspapers, NGN, the publisher of The Sun and the now-defunct News of the World. Just before a lengthy trial was set to begin earlier this year, the Duke and NGN came to an agreement that included a full and unequivocal apology along with substantial damages, which was announced on January 22. NGN acknowledged that Harry was subjected to intrusive practices between 1996 and 2011, including unlawful activities by private investigators working for The Sun. They also expressed regret for the phone hacking, surveillance, and misuse of private information that occurred at the News of the World, which ceased operations in 2011. In their statement, NGN expressed, "We acknowledge and apologize for the distress caused to the Duke, and the damage inflicted on relationships, friendships, and family, and have agreed to pay him substantial damages." They also recognized the serious intrusion into the private life of Harry's late mother, Diana, Princess of Wales. An NGN spokesperson clarified that their apology pertained to unlawful activities conducted by private investigators at The Sun, not by journalists, during the specified period. They assured that stringent controls are now in place to prevent such incidents from happening again, stating, "There was no voicemail interception on The Sun." Additionally, Lord Tom Watson, the former Labour deputy leader, who was also pursuing legal action against the publisher, settled his claim as well. As the legal battles continue, the question remains, will Prince Harry and the royal family ever find a way to bridge their differences and heal their rift?